I'm Jordan Bell with Texas A&M AgriLife Research and Extension, and today we're at the North Plains Groundwater Conservation District Water Conservation Center north of Dumas, and we are looking at a cotton variety trial that was planted on May the 14th. We're now 6 weeks past planting, and we've received about 360 growing degree days. Right now, we're looking at, we've approached 3 nodes. We can see on our plants that due to the extended cool, wet conditions, we have plants that are very delayed. We have plants that have been beaten up by weather, by wind. When we look at plant and we actually look at the growth stages, we can see that we still have our first cotyledons on this plant, and then we can move up and see the number of nodes that we have developed with our true leaves. So we have 1, 2, 3. And we're actually, when we start looking at our plant, we can actually see that we're starting to get some really nice growth. So as we've started to warm up, these plants have started to recover. We are starting to see some good growth, although again, for this time of year, we would anticipate that we might actually start to see a few squares. We have not, just due to the cool conditions. We are behind developmentally, as well as for heat that has been or would have normally been accumulated for this time of year. Because this cotton field is in rotation with corn, volunteer corn can be very problematic, and there are several herbicide options though that producers can choose that will help take care of volunteer corn in cotton. This year, the herbicide application at the center has been delayed because it's been too wet to get in the field to make a timely herbicide application. While a pre-plant herbicide was used, the extensive amount of precipitation likely rushed the herbicide away or even pushed it down below the germination zone of the weed seeds, and so we are not seeing the benefit from the pre-plant herbicide. Recently, a herbicide application has been made that included Extendamax, Roundup Power Max, as well as Warrant. And of course, Warrant was used to go ahead and add some residual herbicide to extend the herbicide control throughout the rest of the season. We are starting to see some activity on our broadleaf weeds. We will be coming back and spraying another herbicide application to control the corn in the corn-cotton rotation. Also at the Water Conservation Center, we're evaluating cover crops. Many producers have questions about the use of cover crops in the Texas High Plains, and of course it all goes back to water. When we establish a cover crop, often producers are either using stored soil water or they might even have to irrigate to get the crop established. And we often wonder, is that the best use of a limited water supply? This year has given us the opportunity to evaluate cotton stand establishment in a cover crop. We can see that the cotton that was planted into live wheat cover has actually been protected. We do not have as much weather-related injury in these plants as we do the cotton that was planted into the strip-tilled corn residue. In these plots, we did actually have delayed germination, and that was due to the cool, wet conditions, and the residue more than likely did keep those soil temperatures cooler and resulted in delayed germination in these plots. However, once the cotton became established, we had less crusting where we had the wheat cover, and so we had quicker germination. We didn't have seedlings that were caught up in the crust, and then we had plants that were protected by the residue, and we have less weather-related injury.